Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're diving into something that has totally flipped the modern workplace on its head: employee training. With teams scattered all over the place, how do you actually keep everyone's skills sharp and keep them all moving in the same direction? Well, let's get into it. This huge transformation from the old school conference room to the computer screen.
So let's kick things off by looking at the core challenge, the real dilemma that honestly almost every single organization has been wrestling with when it comes to training their people the right way. Okay, let me just ask you straight up. Is your company's training stuck in the past? Is it built for a world that, let's face it, just doesn't exist anymore? For years and years, the go-to move was to cram everyone into a physical room. But that model? It has some serious limitations in the fast-paced global world we live in today.
And here's the classic showdown, right? On one side, you've got the old way, in-person training, and with it comes huge costs. We're talking travel, hotels, renting out a venue. Then you've got the logistical nightmares of trying to get everyone's schedule to line up. And maybe the biggest issue, it's so hard to scale. Training 50 people is one thing, but trying to train 5,000 people across a bunch of different continents, that's a whole different ballgame.
But that dilemma, it's actually paved the way for a really powerful solution: the digital classroom. This is way more than a trend. It's a full-on revolution in corporate learning. And believe me, it has arrived in a big way.
And we're not talking about some slow, gradual change here. No, this was an explosion. In the early 2020s, the use of webinars for training literally tripled. That is a massive, sudden shift. It tells you that companies aren't just using this stuff as a backup plan, they're embracing it as their main strategy.
So what are we even talking about? Well, first up is the webinar. The easiest way to think about it is like the virtual twin of an in-person seminar. It's live, it's focused, and it lets one expert or a few teach a huge audience all at once. You can share slides, take questions. It's perfect for zeroing in on one specific topic.
And then you've got the virtual event. Think of this as the webinar's bigger, more ambitious sibling. This is the whole shebang, a full-on online conference. We're talking keynotes, different breakout sessions you can choose from, even virtual spaces to network. The goal here is to give you that rich, multi-day conference experience, but you can do it all from your desk. All right, so we know what these things are, but why the huge shift? Why is everybody jumping on this bandwagon? Well, the answer really boils down to three key benefits that are making virtual training an absolute no-brainer for so many companies. Okay, benefit number one, and it's the most obvious one: the money. The impact on the bottom line is just incredible. The second you go virtual, you wipe out the biggest budget killers: flights, hotels, venue rentals, catering, all of it. Poof, gone. The savings aren't just a little bit here and there. They are enormous. And if you want to see just how big those savings can get, look at this. IBM saved around $200 million. Let that sink in. $200 million. That is not a typo. It's just an incredible example of how financially smart this shift really is. But it's not just about the money, right? There's also the unbelievable advantage of scale. You can train your entire global team all at the same time, from the person at headquarters to the employee working from their home office on the other side of the world. And the best part? Everybody gets the exact same top-quality training from your best people. It ensures total consistency. Now, this one might actually surprise you. Studies are showing that virtual training can lead to much better knowledge retention. Why is that? Well, yeah, people can rewatch the recordings, which is huge. But it's more than that. It's about giving people control. They can learn at their own pace, pause on a tricky concept, or rewind a key point without feeling awkward about asking someone to repeat themselves in front of a group. That personal control is a total game changer, pushing retention from that typical 8–10% all the way up to 60%. And finally, virtual platforms give you something that traditional training never could: a treasure trove of data. You can see exactly who showed up, how long they actually paid attention, and how they interacted with polls and Q&A. This data is absolute gold, because it lets you measure what's working and use real insights to make your future training even better.
So, the benefits are crystal clear. But let's be real. How do you make sure your virtual training isn't just, boring? Let's shift gears from the why to the how and talk about turning these online sessions from a passive snooze fest into a powerful learning experience.
Here it is. The single biggest mistake you can possibly make is treating a webinar like a one-way speech. When you're online, you are fighting for attention against a million other distractions that are just one click away. You have to actively earn that attention every single second.
So what's the fix? Well, it really just boils down to this simple 3-step plan. It's all about planning for interaction right from the get-go, making sure you know your tech inside and out, and keeping the conversation going even after the live session is over.
And here's your toolkit for making that happen. Use live polls to get a quick pulse check and see if people are following along. Set aside real time for Q&A. Use breakout rooms to get people talking in smaller, more comfortable groups. Throw in quizzes. Use real-world examples people can relate to. All these things are what turn a boring presentation into an actual conversation and help fight off that dreaded screen fatigue.
Okay, we've covered the why and we've covered the how. So as we start to wrap this up, let's just boil this all down to one core idea and think about, well, what's next for you?
If you take away just one thing today, please let it be this. Really great training is about connection, not location. It doesn't matter if everyone's in the same physical room. What matters is that you're creating a connection, sharing knowledge, and getting people engaged. The tech is just the bridge that makes it all possible, no matter where people are.
So the last question is all yours. Knowing what you know now about the power, the savings, and the incredible reach of virtual training, how are you going to take these ideas and upgrade the way your team learns and grows? The tools are all there, and honestly, the opportunity is absolutely massive.